Okay. Emergency broadcast. Wildfires are now sweeping across forested regions. Experts believe abnormally high solar activity is to blame. While the full scale of the disaster remains unclear, fire crews from nearby cities have been deployed to contain the blaze. Despite the fires, visitors continue to terrorize the nation. FEMA has announced a new identifying sign to aid the public in their fight against the visitors. Our film photography. Dark patches appear on a captured image is a strong indicator that the subject may be a visitor. Okay. I don't know what the hell that is, but let's go with it. A word from our sponsors. Each day, spotting visitors is getting harder and harder. Signs aid the search, but did you ever find yourself wanting a foolproof way? Introducing our new revolutionary aura-sensitive photographic film. It exposes the soul's energy, allowing you at home to discern a human from a hostile visitor. Take a photo, and if you see a black patches, you found a visitor. Now, a word from our sponsors. Energeca. The heat won't stop you. Feel the drive. With Energeca, you're alive. Wow, an invigorating energy drink that quenches your thirst faster and more effectively than water. Now available from Forest Delivery. Order at 531-041. Yeah, because the number changes every time. Okay. All right. So my energy level went down. So I think that the boost you get from various events and items might be temporary. Let me use the radio first. Dispatch check quarantine status. Unit 328 reporting code 60. Mass civilian casualties. Officers down. This is 28-8 code 451 requesting burn team for body disposal. Acknowledge. Initiating code 984. The city is cordoned off pending investigation. Stand by for reinforcements. If you think about it, if you manage to get, let's say, 4 people in a house and you check everybody, like you know that everybody is good, right? And then you say, okay, I'm not letting anybody else. I'm not letting anybody else in the house. You're good. But then what's the problem? FEMA. At that point, it's only FEMA getting in your way because now the Pale Man, he isn't going to break into your house to kill you. And the visitors can only come in if you allow them in. So that's what I'm saying. Is FEMA is actually like the worst part of this whole problem. Like they're making it worse for people trying to survive. They're not making it better. Let me go ahead and save right now. We're getting kind of deep into this. Back when life was simple and the future was worth looking forward to, why is this game so relatable? Man, you're right too. Even though our reality isn't as bad as what's going on in this game, I think a lot of people feel that way. Like life is just getting worse and worse. Like we don't really look forward to the future in terms of hoping that things are going to get better. I feel like, and I'm sure a lot of people agree, but Western civilization is headed towards like some sort of a major collapse or either World War III. Basically, like I think a lot of people get the feeling that something really bad is about to happen in the world in the coming years. That things are going to get a lot worse before they start to get better. Nope, there's that girl. Hand over a FEMA notice. Are you even human? And you? What is left in you? What is make me more worse? I don't know. I trust her. Okay, that's the little family. And then is that girl in the basement? Nah, she might be in the basement. She's in the kitchen. Okay. All right. Okay. You got stockpiles of food. Damn, is that potatoes or rocks? I'm not sure. You know, in my house, we actually have quite a bit of food stored away, like bags of rice and canned goods, like a ton of it actually. Well, I wouldn't say a ton, but if something went down, we would have food to eat. I'll just put it like that. I never thought of it because I was just used to having like all those canned foods in the house since I was a kid. But as I got older, I realized that my mom, she was kind of like collecting that stuff over time and building up like a little store of food just in case something happened. Okay, so of course that's not gonna work. For rest, I don't think I can get in contact with them right now. It'll be too soon. Okay, phone roulette. I don't know if this is gonna be worth it, but let's see. Damn. All right. They were boring anyway. All right, let's interrogate the girl. I'm sick of all this. Why are you out there on your own? Well, home was cramped, loud as hell, zero comfort. I wanted out, wanted to see the world. So yeah, I grabbed a backpack and a couple sodas, some snack bars, and this old friendship bracelet I made back in school. And I left. Parents probably didn't even notice, not that I care. Since then, I just wander around, crash wherever I can, and honestly, been fine so far. At least nobody's on my back, and I'm my own damn boss. Okay. Hurry up and get it over with, old man. Photo. If you're planning on sending this photo somewhere to help my parents track me down, you can fuck right off. All right, that's not bad, right? Well, show me. That's not. That's not bad, right? That's okay. I'm not sure, man. I swear that creepy ass bitch. She lucky she got hairy armpits. All right, let me check these two. It's stuffy in here. Oh, he's tired. That's a boy? Like me, he's shy around new people too, so he's being extra clingy. Kids struggle to handle stuff like this. They might not complain, but you can see it written on their faces. Sometimes I feel like it's my fault for dragging them into all this, but it's too late to change any of that now. Okay. Photo. That looked better than the girls, actually. Hold up, though. Let me check this girl again. Because she had, like, spots on hers. Let me check the eyes. And she got red eyes, too. You son of a bitch. Oh, no! Oh, no! But you know what? You know what? I gotta be honest. I just saved. You know what? I just saved. So I know. That saves scummy. That saves scummy, but it's fair. Okay. I don't know. Maybe petting the cat does something. Oh yeah, I forgot. I better talk to the. I better still talk to him because that's how you advance the conversation. But yeah, she was good. Damn, my bad. Damn. All right. Okay. All right, let me check the eyes here. All right, eyes seem normal. Um, Armpits shaved. Okay, it ran out of deodorant years ago, a while ago. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think we're good to go. But I guess you might as well, use up all your energy instead of wasting it. So I'm gonna check again. Let's see the teeth. Oh, this is a perfect teeth though. I just didn't have the time, but now I regret that. I could just shoot her to be honest, and then load it back up. Let me just shoot her and load it back up. Fuck it. Okay. That's really the easiest thing to do. If you just saved, if you just say, you might as well just shoot him and then just see. You ain't got to ask all these goddamn questions, bro. You got to give yourself a little bit of an advantage here. All right. I still want to advance the conversations here, though. Okay. Snack bars, huh? Let me try to do everything. Are you even human, bro? I swear. But I'm not gonna lie, like you meet homeless people who are very similar to that weird lady. Like she really not that unusual if you ever ran into homeless people. Why would you even want to call FEMA, man? People have been saying that for thousands of years, bro. Welcome to getting old. It's not about the gym. I used to overwork my body, but as you age, it gets worse. Well, I haven't really felt too bad in terms of like physical decay or anything like that. I just think I was really pushing it. I was really pushing it, but I know that it's on the way. It's on the way. But really, I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life, or at least close to it. I ain't that fucked up yet. But see, what happened this time, I went to go see him. I went to see him at the movie theater. And him is about football players. And just seeing how hard they were working out. When I left the movie theater, I went right to the gym. And I was going to fucking, sometimes I see stuff like that and it kind of inspires me to get it in. And so I left the movie theater, went right to the gym, worked out. Then I went back to the gym this afternoon. So I was really just getting it in. The music kind of changed a little bit. Damn, it's on fire. The city's on fire. Why, hello there, dear boy. Do you know me? Of course I know who you are. The mycelium told me. Its way of speaking is tricky, but I've learned how to make sense of the signals they send. Oh, yes. So listen close, dear boy. We've got a lot of work to do and not much time to do it. Mycelium. Yes. I know it's hard for ordinary folks to understand. They speak in their own strange way. Mycelium is how mushrooms talk to one another. I learned to hear them by studying the Book of Smiles, but what they told me last, well, let's say it's not good. They spoke of the Mushroom Festival drawing near and that, my dear boy, it's no good at all. No, no, no. The Mushroom Festival. Oh no, my dear boy, we must consult the Book of Smiles for that. A great mushroom up shall rise and scatter its spores far and wide. Its shadow shall spread and swallow the sun, and not a single place will be spared the fun. But its mushroom shall not rise alone, for it's a festival, it is known. Golly, we can't allow that happen. We must stop it together, my boy. I tore some pages from the Book of Smiles. Please take them. They'll tell you what to do. All right, I'll take some of them. That's a good idea. Give them a read when you have a quiet moment, won't you? Now then, I must be off. I'll be back once you've got everything sorted, so get a wiggle on. I bid you good day, good health, great joy, and plenty of smiles, my dear boy. Toodaloo. Looks like no one else is coming tonight. Yeah, well, everything should be good. Nobody is a killer. So who do we have? We have the girl, we have the runaway girl, the weird bitch, and the mom and her son. Today the world was built anew, and in the basement mushroom grew. It towered high, and time is nigh to eat it whole if one would try. I better pay attention to this, because this might be like some cryptic shit, man. They might be trying to tell me something. Today the world was built anew, and in the basement mushroom grew. It towered high, and time is nigh to eat it whole if one would try. Two, to welcome guests is not for strong. The mushroom stands tall and long. Under tree of apple can you rest. She'll feed you with her sweet fruits best. Three, the day will come when one must kneel before the mushroom's mighty peel. While on the clock the hands shall climb, make haste, my friend, there is no time. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to tell me with this. We interrupt this program with breaking news. Reports of civil unrest are coming in from a neighboring city. Due to unresolved circumstances, FEMA forces have sealed off the area. Please remain in your home, stay where you are, and we'll await further instructions. And remember, support FEMA and join the fight against the visitors. That's the latest for now. Next up, some ads. Up next, a special report on the nature of the visitors. What are the visitors? Ghosts? Creatures from the deep underground? No, this is neither a sci-fi novel nor a cheap headline. This is our new reality. Rumors continue to swirl about the visitors' true origin. Are they aliens, the Walking Dead, a lab experiment gone wrong? According to authorities, these are all just baseless theories. Studies show that a visitor is a human who has come into contact with an undetermined biological agent. Methods of transmission remains unknown, and FEMA urges everyone to stay alert for the signs of visitors. If you believe you've been exposed or unsure whether you might be a visitor, call the FEMA hotline. Okay, that's the latest for now. Stay tuned. Even the hardest workers need a break. With Marlboro cigarettes, you can take a deep breath and truly unwind. Marlboro cigarettes for real men. Disclaimer, the company is not liable for any harm that may occur to loans over lifespan. Consume at your own risk. Now available for rest food delivery. Okay. Oh, this music is kind of peaceful right now. I never checked out the window last night either, bro. That was fuck up on my part. It's not as grumpy as you first thought. It looks like it's starting to get used to you. Oh, I'm a cat guy now. Hey, I got a cat. I got a cat. I got a cat. Those cats, man, those claw your eyeballs out. You gotta be careful. They can be hostile. Man, all I want is kombucha. 531041. Oh, damn, I knew it. I knew it. Damn. That's nasty. She needs to go. Look, if they're good, they're good. Even if they even if they smell bad, I gotta keep them. The government would probably lock us all in our homes and say they were not allowed out if aliens invaded, which just makes it easier for aliens to take us out and for them to just take control of the situation. You know, problem, action, solution. Anytime a problem comes up, it gives the government the opportunity to create a solution that benefits them. Like after 9/11, let me check the basement again. Mushroom. 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 What if it's but didn't the news report imply that the mushrooms are what's turning people into the visitors? So maybe I just shouldn't even bother with the mushroom in the first place. Marco is just cheating at this point. I mean, it's not really cheating though, because they give you limited saves for that very reason. But if you just happen to save, you might as well take advantage of it. You know, and it's only going to help you so much because it'll only help you based on that day right there. But the further you get away from that day, then you can't really afford to do stuff like that anymore. But if you just saved, then you can just walk around with the shotgun to see who is walk around and shoot people in the face to see who is and who isn't a visitor. It's fair game, bro. That's save scumming 101. If you if you female officers are shooting anyone that tries to leave, why am I not surprised? I don't know what's going on. I just want to get out of here. Someone please. But honestly, that's why I've always said I think in survival horror games, especially having limited saves is the best. Not no saves, but limited saves. Because it does give the player a lot of opportunity to save scum. So I had to take that chance because this game limits your saves very it limits your saves a lot. As opposed to a game where you can just walk around, you see a potential threat, save, engage with it, fuck up, load, try again, and just play the whole game like that. Where's the mom? I mean, the kid. It's so stuffy in here. Didn't you have a kid with you? He's still around. Probably just wandered off somewhere. I need to know where my other kids went. Do you have a phone? I could call their father. That way I don't have to see his ugly mug again. Okay. Where's that kid, bro? I'm sick of all this. Somehow I sneak into stairwells, sheds, or just sleep under a tree. Hid from the heat under any roof I could find. Ate whatever I could. Some greens growing wild or a candy bar I swiped from a store. What's with that look? Yeah, I stole. Big deal. How else am I supposed to survive? Nobody's gonna hire me, so whatever. What now? Think I really steal anything from you? Please. What? Is this some kind of interrogation? Drop it. Seriously. Where's her son at? See, now we got some suspicious shit going on. I need to check myself. Okay. All right. Dad, I had to check my damn self, huh? But if it's an infectious disease, that makes it a bit scary. Where is that kid? Who sent you here? You did what needed. Why know about the rest? Fine. Someone sent me, but didn't say what next. Yo, where did the kid go? Is he in the basement? Where did the kid go? Bruh, you need to watch your goddamn kids, bro. You got a kid walking around the house, and I can't. Or maybe he went outside. Hopefully, he went outside and got turned to a piece of fucking burnt toast. I might get $200 from a PE YouTuber for getting below 220 pounds, about 226 something now. What? Wait, so he's giving out money to people who lose weight? Damn. Oh no, it's him. That movie with one of the Wayans brothers. What was up with all the symbolism in that movie? I thought it was just about football. I'm gonna do a review for him this week. In fact, what time is it? I might record it tonight before I go to sleep. But I'm gonna just spoil it a bit. It's not just about football. It's about how entertainers and athletes, the whole idea that they sell their soul in order to have success. Like, that's really what the movie is about. So a lot of that symbolism, like the exoteric, demonic, ritualistic symbolism that you kind of saw in the promotional ads and the trailers, that's what it's about. It's about basically how, again, the idea that athletes and entertainers, celebrities, actors, that they have to sell their soul in order to gain the success that they have. And so Marlon's character is like the GOAT football player with 8 championships, and he's taking this young football player who's trying to make it into the league under his wing. And so he's taking him to his house to train with him for a week. And during this week, the younger player, he's basically learning what it takes or what it took for his idol, which is Marlon's character, to achieve the level of success that he has. And it ain't just hard work. I'll put it like that. It ain't just hard work. But I would say overall, it was a good movie, but I feel like one thing you'll hear me talk about in the review is that the way they kind of go into the satanic rituals and sacrifices, it's all surface level. Like they don't, like, to me, they don't really do a good job of illustrating those ideas in the movie. It's so surface level. Like, it's basic bitch shit. Like the type, like the type of stuff you would find in some 5-minute video about the Illuminati on YouTube. They didn't really even go deep into devil worship, rituals, and all that. It's, again, surface level. That's the bad thing about it. I thought the scariest stuff about the movie to me was just, basically having this like a fucking brain damaged aging jealous athlete grooming you and having to go through his crazy training regimen. To me, that's the scariest part. I need to test you. Let me see them hands. Damn. All right. While I got the energy, I might as well. Her teeth were like really clean, right? Yeah. Yeah, I already checked the teeth. I'm gonna check her eyes again then. Okay. All right, let's do it. I knew the mushroom would spawn in the basement according to the Book of Smiles. Yeah, I thought about that too. When they started talking about mushrooms, I was like, here we go. All right, cat, watch my back. I'm sorry to bother you, but do you have a moment? I just feel so awful. Could I maybe talk to you? What happened? I just wanted to provide a little hope for kids who've been abandoned. I took in those they call tainted, any child they fear might be a visitor. We lived together in the old kindergarten building. They just needed someone to care for them, to love them. I did my best, but it wasn't enough. I couldn't save them. Why? What happened to the children? They all died in the flames. The other townsfolk did it. They were terrified the children might actually be visitors. They forced me to watch. First they locked the doors, nailed the windows shut, then they set the building on fire. I can still feel their terrified little eyes watching me. Do I let her in? Do I? But really, at this point, I'm not even tripping over who I let in, and because, but I mean, we're good right now. We're good because we have two safe people. So I'm not in danger of the pale man. But if FEMA comes, they could take someone. But if I let her in, then at least I know, okay, well, she did it. But then I'm down to one person instead of two. All right. Come in. I know there's something I can do to bring them back, but thank you for listening and for letting me in. Oh, let me look out the window. On the path stands a man armed with an assault rifle. He looks completely insane. His jacket is covered with torn out teeth, eyes, and who knows what else. It's hard to make out from here. What if they're trophies? What if he kills not for defense, but for sport? Whatever the case, you hope you're not his enemy. A group of evicted stand by your neighbor's ruined house. They are in shock, whispering among themselves. They likely want to shelter there, but is there any place left to hide from all this? Any place in the world? Okay. Yo, this guy look crazy. Hey, pal. Listen, I'm kind of knee deep in shit right now. Mind if I sort of lay low here for a bit? What happened? Where do I even start? I'm a cabbie, right? So I was driving as passenger, and then, well, you know how it goes. Turns out he wasn't who he said he was. Now he's not here, and neither is my car. What happened to your car? Those damn FEMA asshats jacked my ride. So I was driving this fare, right? But I noticed his teeth were too white, way too white, So I kind of snuck him over to FEMA, and they weren't exactly going to let him skedaddle. At first, they praised me like, good job, citizen, help you, help us help you, yada, yada. But then jackasses dragged me away from the car. It turns out they wanted me in the slammer too. So I kind of cracked one of them with a bottle I had sort of stashed in my coat, and I legged it. You should leave. Don't do me like this. I panicked, sure, but it ain't no reason to shut me out, Damn it. You're no better than those FEMA fuckers. Hope you ride. Yeah, fuck you too, bitch. Oh, no, bro. You got to go. You got to go. You got to go, bro. You got to go. You got to go. I ain't even gonna listen, bro. You got to go. What you got? What you got? You got to go, bro. You got to go, bro. Fuck out of here with that shit. Nah, bro. You gonna come over here look like Golem? Look like Gollum from damn Lord of the Rings? Man, you don't get your stupid ass out of here. This is the news. We bring you an important update. New details have emerged regarding a recent incident that unfolded in the city. It seems one of the city's quarantine zones came under attack from an armed individual. The suspect's motives remain unclear at this time, and it's unknown if the attacker had any accomplices. Notably, several unverified individuals also escaped the quarantine zone. Silence is the harbinger of death, a sinister quiet that drains the soul, but worse than the emptiness is the ringing. A distant funeral quail growing ever louder. The bell tolls for us all, filling our ears with endless din, filthy thoughts caught in a web of wax, an infernal nest where visitors thrive, tangled deep in sticky sustenance. I don't know what that is. Up next, a special report on the temporary suspension of court's disposal. Today's incident has sparked numerous theories. Some reports describe a lone shooter, while others mention an armed group dressed in hooded clothing. However, the city's greatest challenge may still lie ahead. Due to the lockdown measures imposed, court's disposal in surrounding areas has been temporarily suspended. Residential inspections, however, will continue as scheduled. If you are able to cremate the deceased, do so immediately. If not, please wait until the situation is resolved before surrendering any accumulated remains. That's the latest for now. Stay tuned. Okay. Man, you're still playing. Cool. Yep, you're still here. So that means there's a possibility of you becoming a visitor. I think so. But maybe I've been a visitor the whole time. I'm in here just killing motherfuckers with a shotgun. That new football horror movie. Yes. I went to watch it yesterday night. I hear it was booty. It wasn't bad. I would say it was, to me, it was kind of good. But again, man, it's like there are some very bizarre things that happen in that movie. And I think it hurts the movie more than it helps it, because I think the basic premise of someone like a young athlete being groomed by an older but psychotic and jealous, possibly brain damaged football player, that in of itself is like, that's scary by itself. You know, I found that the more bizarre that it got, those moments just didn't really hit the mark for me. So they are admitting they do satanic rituals to achieve success. They are not even hiding it at this point. But this is the thing that you got to remember, though. Sometimes what you want to do is control the narrative. So with a movie like that, you give people a little bit of the knowledge, but not a lot. And so it's almost like it's a distraction. Because just like you said, you feel like, oh, they're just admitting it now, but they're only admitting to part of it. And that's why I said the satanic ritual parts of the movie is surface level, bro. Guys, the Illuminati controls everything. Look. When you start talking about secrets, like you guys, you got to do research on secret societies, bro. Because that's what I've been looking into recently. Like, some of the things that I've learned have been bizarre. Like, did you know that George Washington, the first president of the United States, was a Freemason? George Washington was a part of one of those secret society clubs. The first president of the United States. Is that a coincidence? And I forgot the exact number, but several of the people who signed the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, they were Freemasons. Like something like 33% of them. A lot of the people under George Washington were Freemasons. This is facts. You can look it up right now. George Bush Sr., when he got sworn into the presidency, he did it on a Freemason Bible. George Washington got sworn in on a Freemason Bible, just like George Bush Sr. So, you know, I get it. You know, the Illuminati controls everything, but there is some truth to that. But you got to start doing research and digging into it. But the first president of the United States was literally a Freemason. Like, it's documented, it's facts, it ain't no bullshit. Let me check this radio. It wasn't human. Damn. Man, all the radio broadcasts have been whack recently, dog. Okay, that's the older lady that I just let into the building. That's the weird girl right there. So I think everybody's still alive. If anybody's dead, I know who did it. Okay. Oh, I chose right. I chose correctly. For the first time in my life. I think I did anyway. She might go ballistic later. Okay. Would you like to place an order? One pack of cigarette. What does cigarettes even do? I'm gonna get the cat food. I'm gonna get the cat food this time. But you know, when you start digging into secret societies and who controls the world, you find some interesting things. You know, now I haven't done the research on this one. It's just one of the things I kind of been hearing here and there. But I'm sure you guys have heard of how like rich bankers funded both sides in the Second World War. So it's like when you look at something like the Second World War, you look at it like, okay, well, it's this side against that side, when it's actually it's possible that it was a manipulated war where there was people at the top who were funding it to get the outcome that they desired in order to implement the change that they needed. But when you start to understand these things, you can see how a secret society group like the Illuminati or Freemasons or whatever, bankers, how they can control and manipulate events on a mass scale. Because if you think about it, a lot of it just comes down to who has the wealth and who has the power. If you have the wealth, you have the power. And we all know about rich bankers, the Federal Reserve. I mean, these people, they have the authority to just print money. So think about the power in that. I can just print money. So I can buy and own the NFL. I can own the NBA. I can own news channels and newspapers and big the biggest social media platforms. I can print money. I'm sick of all this. Why do you even care? I'll figure it out. Or what? Is it so hard for you to let me stay that I steal from you? Clog your shitter. Why you grilling me, huh? Oh, you're one of those creeps. Met another guy like you once. Talked real nice. Gave me a place to stay. We watched anime movies, all that. Thought I finally found a decent person, but no. Then he tried to touch me. Freaking creep. Try anything and I swear I'll fight back. I'm not going to let anyone hurt me. My dad might be a total jerk, but at least he taught me how to fight. That's right. Back off. All right, Miss Kung Fu Brat. I'll leave you in the kitchen. I'm talking to the crazy girl again. Until they come for me, what else I to do? I don't know. They tell me thing. Now I wait until tell me more. And who tells you what to do? Who are you waiting for? I'll say this too though about him. I don't think Marlon was the right pick for that role. I'm sorry. I know we love Marlon, especially in the black community. He was not the right guy for that role. Like when he was trying to go full psycho mode, and I could tell it won't hit him for me, bro. Like he just doesn't have. To me, he doesn't have that range. I don't see it. Although that might be a hot take. Did you call your husband? Why should I? He just makes some excuse. He never lifted a finger. It was all on me. The kids, the house, the bills. Sometimes I think we were just tolerating each other, but he never left me for whatever reason. Maybe I was too convenient, or maybe he was just scared I'd gut him if he ever tried. God, I'm tired. Hey, here's the idea. Maybe you should call him. His number's... I'm not calling that dude. I'm gonna write the number down. I'm not calling that dude. Give him a piece of my mind. After all, they're his kids too. He should help look for them. Those poor children. Look, are you okay? I suppose I don't know. I don't understand how grown, supposedly rational adults could let their emotions make them do such a thing. Were they really so terrified they would kill a child? People do the worst things nowadays. What could be worse than killing a defenseless child? It wasn't just one person. It was a crowd, a mob on their witch hunt. Hardship unmasks us. Perhaps we are the real monsters, not the creatures that crawl up from underground. Well, I agree with that. Let me see the eyes. Weird. Damn, she has some weird fucking eyes. Lord. Even now, I'm afraid to close my eyes. I know I'll see their faces again, helpless, burned, twisted with pain. All right, let me see the armpits. Ooh, them armpits kind of smooth, though. It's a force of habit, I guess. When you care for children, you get used to being careful about hygiene. Teaching them to wash their face, brush their teeth. Now there's no one left to teach. Okay. All right, so the eye test, sketchy. Armpit, she failed that. I'm going to check the teeth. Oh, damn. You need to get that fixed. White, almost perfect, except where they beat me. They tied me to a post, wanted me to watch. Well, I guess she could be one, though, bro. She really could be one. Hand over a FEMA notice. Yeah, take this. Take this. I think she's one, bro. I should have shot her ass. I think she's one. I do. I think she's a visitor, bro. There are Masonic lodges in my town that this isn't that big of a deal. Now, see, when you start talking about secret societies again, is levels to it. Like, of course, you have the surface level of just Masonic. My dad, people told me that my dad is a Mason, but just because you are a Mason, that don't mean that you a Mason. It's so you gotta look at it like that too. It's not like you just become a Mason and now you know everything top to bottom. Because if you think about it, if you had this secret society club, but it was that exclusive to where nobody could barely get into it, that would make it even more suspicious. But when you have it sectioned off into different layers, like a pyramid, like, okay, the average people can get this far, but as you go higher up the pyramid, you can't penetrate those higher levels. That's the point. So of course there's going to be like a relatively easily accessible lower level. Oh boy, hello. We require more test subjects from you. The sooner we get them, the better. Bring back the ones you took. You're in no position to make demands. You've all done nothing but try to get in our way, and look where that's got us. We recently had to wipe out a visitor colony, a place that used to be my hometown. When are you going to get rid of the visitors? If it were that simple, there'd be no need for FEMA. Just let us do our job. We have the situation under control. But this time we'll need two. See, this, bruh, I like this game, but this whole FEMA aspect is really just trying to force you into a corner, bro. I honestly don't respect this shit because it doesn't matter how good you do at selecting people. FEMA is just gonna come. Let me take one person. Let me take two, and I'm not giving them back. Like, bruh, you're forcing the player into a corner. And I get it, you gotta have obstacles and shit, but this is just, it's so forced. The fact that they couldn't come up with another way to like eliminate people from your house is just, it's bad game design, bro. Cause this just feels like they're forcing it on you. Oh, I'm coming, let me get two, let me get three, let me get all of them. Oh, Pale Man is here. Lord. No, I'm done. For fuck's sake, have it your way. That's what happens when stubborn assholes like you get in our way. Resistance will happen again. We care about this city. Just give us people. Fucking bullshit. Your house is perfect. I can feel it. Yes, and it's mine. That is correct. Death is everywhere. Some were burned, some dragged out and executed. And see, really what they're doing is they're forcing you into a situation where you have to let somebody in order to protect yourself from the impalement after you've identified safe people. It's so stupid, bro. Death's taking a liking to you, yes. You look like some kind of cultist freak. Perhaps I do. Is that such a bad thing? This is my shroud. There will be need of it once I die. This way, there's no need to find cloth to wrap our dead. We don't believe in salvation, not unless it comes from death herself. She's already near. We're simply helping her cross the threshold. So what is it you want? We must perform the burial rites in ways anew. Your house is perfect for it. Yes, death's influence is strong here. What's been happening here anyway? In any case, let my brothers trespass here. Protect them. They must survive long enough to complete their task. Sounds like a tall order. It is a tall order. The road to higher purpose is never one easily traveled. Do you not long for peace, a world where no one is a burden to any other? Watch over my people and remember if one of them dies, your house will be reduced to nothing. Alas, there is no other way. Then I'll just shoot you all. You think we few are all that carry the torch of our faith? Others will come while you sleep. They'll douse the walls in gasoline and strike a match. Even if you survive the blaze, your house will be gone. Where will you run? So perhaps let them stay. Yes, I doubt it'll take very long. I swear, bro. Like, this shit just get crazier and crazier. He basically said, if you don't let my friends in, we're gonna burn your house down. Bruh, you did not have to go on this like pseudo-religious rant about the fucking all this exoteric bullshit just to tell me that. All you had to say was, look, you let my friends in or I'll burn the house down. I got you. Bruh, keeping your distance, huh? Good, that improves your odds of survival. Unless you were a visitor. Why aren't you indoors? This isn't a damn game. Some people pity the visitors, think they can, I don't know, get better. A couple days pass, they butcher everyone in the house, then they run off and do it all again. No justice. I don't hide. I am justice. I bring order. What's with the gear? Is that supposed to make you a visitor proof? Visitor proof? Oh, you mean this necklace? That's a good term. I have to start using that. It's a reminder so I don't forget how many houses and how many towns I've purged. I pull a single tooth from every visitor, from each visitor. They're the easiest trophies to take. And if one really leaves an impression on me, I might take something else. So why are you here? Hold it. You already asked your questions. Now I'll ask mine. Anything going on in this neighborhood? Any threats I should keep an eye out for? Hmm. FEMA's been taking people. No clue if they're coming back. They know what they're doing. They've got their ways of spotting visitor signs. Why would you bring them up? Suspicious. I've got someone I need to check on. I'll be back later. You piqued my interest. Okay. Delivery here. Oh, yeah. You look kind of down. My coworker got taken by FEMA. Morning check, same as always. They noticed his eyes, red, goddammit, and that was it. They hauled him off. Now I don't even know what happened to him or if they'll ever let him out. And what if my eyes go red from the lack of sleep? They're gonna drag me off to one of those fucking quarantine zones too? You'll be fine. Fine. What's fine even mean in the middle of a cataclysm? All these visitors, the signs, and the damn sun. I thought it couldn't get worse, but every day it just gets crazier. Next thing you know, they'll say public hairs a sign of being, oh, pubic hair is a sign of being a visitor, and the world to go even more batshit. All right, I got to get a move on. Take your order, and I'll be on my way. Okay. Have a good night. All right. Hello, you have a beautiful home here. It's much quieter out here in the city. Everything screams. I was hoping I might be able to impose upon you. What's so beautiful about this place? The silence, the emptiness is so still out here. I shiver even caught in the frantic city's heat. A fever trapped, the streets no longer cool as the night falls. I be a shiver either way. Alas, it's the rot, you see. Each morning I wake, I lie and wonder if I'll live to see the next. A tale like mine is best swallowed in one foul gulp. I don't belong in a panic where life struggles against the current. Should we cut off your... Oh, he has gangrene. Do you think that would help alleviate the sepsis? No, I do not need such kindness. Somehow I feel the inevitable is accepted readily here. That's why I came. Here I would pass into and merge with that final unknowable world, and I would go gently. Bro got gangrene. But, you know, we don't have a lot of people in here, so fuck it. Oh, the cultist is already... The cultist came in already, bruh. The cultist is in the house already. I didn't even realize that. Okay. Fuck it. Just go, man. I'll wait for death to gather me in her soft embrace. I'll find some shade somewhere, but please don't cast my body aside once my time comes. Okay. Well, let's see. You are watching the news. FEMA is currently assisting victims of the quarantine zone attack. Due to overcrowding in existing facilities, the agency has made the following decision. Evacuated residents will be temporarily housed in buildings on the outskirts of the city. Fortunately, local homeowners are cooperating with FEMA and have offered shelter. As of this report, only a portion of the escaped individuals have been located. Thankfully, a new identifier has been announced by officials earlier today. Bleeding gums. If an individual showing this condition comes to your door, do not engage. Wait for a scheduled FEMA patrol and report the suspect to the relevant authorities. And remember, stay where you are and await further instructions. The visitors aren't just hiding among us, they may be infiltrating our very thoughts. Multiple cities are now reporting outbreaks of organized cult activity. Charges against them include ritual sacrifice, worship of an unknown deity, and possible ties to visitors themselves. According to these reports, the cult has taken a public stand against FEMA. What began as harmless evangelizing has now escalated into direct action. Some experts believe that the cult may even be responsible for the recent violent incidents in the city. Viewers are urged to avoid contact with these so-called new believers. Aiding or sympathizing with any cultist may result in arrest or criminal charges. That's the latest for now. Stay tuned. Oh, God. That cat spooked the hell out of me. Bruh. This dude, bruh. Bruh, come on, bruh. Come on, dog. Hardships unmask us is not even monsters we should be worried about. Another relatable quote, yes. None of these quotes are relatable. I agree, though. They're relatable, for sure. Maybe platitudes, but they are relatable. Your dad is a Mason? The fuck? That's what I heard. Don't put that shit on me. I heard that from the streets. I heard, but like Clear said, on the lower level, it's not a big deal. You can go to the Freemason website right now. Like, they accept people into it. So, but but the point is that just because you can enter the lower level doesn't mean that you can penetrate the higher levels. That's because really having a lower level that's easily accessible, it makes it less suspicious. But only certain people will be able to rise through the ranks. At least, based on the conspiracy wacko shit that I researched. Deadbeat mom's husband. Well, I don't think it matters at this point. Okay, I got cat food though. Feed the cat some canned food. You have a strange feeling you can sleep peacefully tonight. It feels like your furry friend has shared some of his lies with you to say thanks. Who knows, maybe death would pass your home by tonight. So the cat protects you somehow. All right. But I can only save with the kombucha, but save. So, oh wait, so you can save by just quit. Then what's with the kombucha then? Hold on, let me make sure let me make sure this shit saved, bro. Oh, I get it. So, all right. So it's like with the kombucha, you can save and keep playing. And that allows you to basically like save scum. I get it. I get it. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So the way to saving, all right, I could have saved the whole time. So the way the saving works is kind of like Dark Souls, where any significant decision that you make is gonna get saved when you save. The only way to save scum is to have the kombucha. So if I kill somebody now, then wait a minute. I could swear I could save. No, if so, wait. Then I could kill somebody, then quit to menu without saving, so I can save scum. What's the point of the kombucha then? I don't know, but I'm not gonna do that because that would kind of ruin the fun of the game. But I thought you just couldn't save without the kombucha, which honestly, I think if they gave you more kombucha, that'd probably be like better. But oh well. Yep, man, I'm telling you, that's what I heard. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying I heard from the streets that my dad's a Mason, man. People mask with religion to sound good and get their way. If you don't fall for it, they say okay, and it's time to get hostile. And then you know what? That's funny. It kind of reminds me of my dad too. My dad's a Freemason, but he's also like a hardcore like Christian zealot, like that type of guy. I don't know, but interesting enough, one of the rules of being a Freemason, I think, is that you have to believe in God. Like you have to have some sort of religious affiliation. Like they don't allow atheists to be Freemasons. The last time I checked the website, at least that's what I remember seeing. That's what I remember. Oh man. But I hope you guys enjoyed that stream. I had a good time playing this game. I'm gonna keep playing it though. Obviously, we're not done. I feel like we've gotten too far to quit here. It's just it's getting late, and I need time to finish watching a movie and jack off. So I'm gonna continue this sometime during the week. But I like the game so far. It's pretty interesting. The worst thing about it though is just that FEMA mechanic, because I feel like I said, it's kind of forcing the player into a corner. And of course, again, with games like this, you got to challenge the player. You can't let the player get too comfortable. But I just feel like there should have been a better mechanic to make that happen. Like maybe infighting in the house, even amongst like the people who are human, that would have been interesting. An interesting way to kind of make it more difficult. But FEMA just popping up and taking people that you know are safe, that's just whack. But hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will be back sometime this week. So, John.